Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to go over a few things with you on the big tree. It's quite a project, as you can see. I've started beading, and this project is going to be where lacing is going to be so necessary. It's not even funny. Yeah, so it's a big project, and this is where I've gotten so far. I've gotten to the front, the first few branches, and carried on over to this side. So what I'm going to have to do with this one, because, let me turn it around, even though it's not facing you now, because of the dimension in my tree, these branches will come to the top of the hoop, the smaller inside hoop up in here, and then the back of the tree will come up here, and clearly they don't reach. I always say start with your longest branch, your longest wire to twist out your branch for a reason. But in this case, it's because this wasn't my first tree. So instead of wasting wire, I cut the tree out and I saved every little piece that I could. So this is what we're going to be using, the saved wire from the tree that I decided I did not like and it wasn't working for me. And so far I've had to use it to make the back branches. It's going to be like that this whole entire project. So with that being said, I'm going to flip this over and hopefully get this in a position so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, and I'm also using, pull this up so you can see, these little things. I'm going to put these everywhere. I've got strands of them. These are like chandelier crystals. They came with a kit of prisms that I got. And I've not used them, so yeah, I'm going to use them on here. Alright, so actually this wire will reach. This back wire will not. Let's do this one here first. Maybe it won't reach because of that. Maybe I'll add it on just to show you. So as always, start with your long wire and twist a little bit. Support your work. This is how I'm doing this project. And I've picked through my small beads with a long wire with a knot on the end because I'm not buying anything for this project and I'm only dropping stuff. I'm only working with the crystals and they will get bigger. And I'm sorry my hands are a mess, but it's just the way it has to be right now. Okay, let's see. And I'm not putting, sometimes I load them up, not with this project. I'm doing these one at a time. And I'm going to start with this long wire. And because there are so many wires, I decided that this would be the best route to go because I would never have enough to do it. So let's grab some more, 2 more. Starting off with the smaller of the crystals, I have added right here, it's like a 10 millimeter, same on this side, and then I'm going to increase the size as I go. Let's see. Here's where I get to show you when you run short on a wire, only because I need to go to the other side. These ones here, I have not reached these to the other side clearly, or this side, even though I have 3 on the other side. I'll show you how I had to do that. I could never have worked with the wires cut any longer than what they were anyway because it's actually dangerous. Like I've had an eye injury in the past and that's not going to happen again. So I'm going to show you right now, even though this wire here is still plenty long. I think this is the last one I'm going to twist. I will attach it here, but then I'm going to add another wire. So the way to do that, let me see if I got a nice long one. Okay, so if you run short on your wire, clearly, I'm going to make it with this. Or actually, no, that would look silly. I have to leave that on. I'm not going to be able to wrap it around only with one, and I have to twist these two together. So what I'm going to do, I've got a long wire. I'm going to fold that in half, okay? And the first thing I'm going to do is, oops, drop my bead. That's okay. Knowing that I have to, but I'm going to buddy this right in. So there's the halfway point. So what I'm going to do is just put this after this bead. This is the halfway point. I folded it in half, okay? And this is when you run short. I'm going to put it right after this bead, and I'm going to pretend that I'm not short on this side, even though I'm not short on that side. But I won't waste it. That will help me to get around the first hoop. Twist that together really, really, really good, like that, okay? Now, you need to do the same. You have to twist it in so that it looks like it's supposed to be there. And I think what I'll do is put my little bead on the new wire, because the other one is so short. And if I can get that on there. Hopefully on the weekend I'll be able to make longer clips about the big project and work. I never planned on it to be a tutorial, but I definitely do want to show you what I'm doing. So this is how you fix the situation when you don't have a long enough wire. I've already twisted it over here, okay? And now I've put the bead on the short wire, and now I'm going to keep them two together like I do all the time. Hold on to that, and this has to be twisted. And I mean really, really, really twisted tight, because you don't want that to come undone. And I actually just want to use this for a little minute on this one. I don't want to get poked. Ouch. Sorry. But now you can see. You can see that little wire, but you know what? That doesn't matter. It looks like that anyway. So the other thing I've been doing, you know, I don't like messy, like lots of wires, and I ran into an issue with this as well, and I'm going to show you what I've decided to do. Okay, I can, this looks loose, but you know how I'm going to tweak everything up. Okay, so what I've been doing is, instead of just taking the two and bringing it over and trying to go around these two, I'm not doing that. What I'm doing, this will not come off of this hoop. One on the top, I'm going to pretend that that they weren't too short. And front and back, okay? Just like this. I'm going to support this work, like so. And I'm going to take these wires and I'm going to twist them, just like one really good twist. Well, maybe 1.5. Okay. And that little wire is right there. I'm just going to push that down because I don't like the pokes. You know me. Okay, so now that it is secure to the loop, now I will bring it up. And I could go over it again, but because it's secured to my hoop, you can see, well, that one gave me a little bit of grief, but there's only one wire. I'm going to bring it right over like I normally would, the top, above the top bead and below the hoop. Okay, and I'm going to pull this really, really tight. I have to support this real good, like that. And I don't want to bring it around again because it looks yucky. It looks horrible. I'm just going to bring this over, and let me just find where you are. Okay, right here, right? Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to cut them. Okay, this one here is still long. Well, there's two shorter ones. I'm not getting rid of those either. As you've seen, I'm going to need a lot of pieces of wire. Now, I'm just going to turn it over again. Sorry about that. It's the only way I can do it. And I'm going to bend it. I'm pushing all those wires down. And then where I did that little twist right here. I don't like it like that. So now that I've secured it, I can give it a little squish. And now, if I can get in here with the tweezers and try and make that look not bad. This is not easy, but I think it's going to be worth it. Like, okay, I still have that wire. I have to put my hand in front of you. I'm so sorry. I think I have it enough that I can do it from behind now. It's a little bit rough looking, but yeah, it's still poking up. Gotta pull it down. I didn't bend it back far enough. See, it's like a little space. That means that it's not good. Push it way down, and now I'll grab this again and tighten it and bring it up and try and get this right around like that. It's right in here if you can see it. I'm going to try and just scooch it over. Yeah, now it's in there. Well, let's work on this one. Well, I'm not going to work on this one. I'm just going to give it a little there. I'll come back to that. That's not why I'm here right now, but that gives you an idea. Yeah, that needs to be worked on. So the next one, let me just tighten this up a little tiny bit so that I can work with it. So this is where I'm just going to give this a little pinch like that and hope I didn't break any wire. Alright, so I'm just going to support that area because I didn't close it. See that little spot in there? Do you know why? This may have been where I added on, but it doesn't look like it. I don't know. But anyway, just support it. Yeah, I think that is an add-on. It's fine. So this one here is long enough where I can put this row on the front and almost make it to the back, I think. So let me just see it up there. I'm not trying to keep them even, but I don't want them too much different. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. After the first one, I did an add-on for this side right here, and I did it with a slip knot. Okay, and when I wrap, I'm going to do all of that best I can. I'll try and take you along with me while I do that. And I'm not going to do anything right here. I will every other add-on to make it even, but the back side of this tree is going to fill hopefully the back of this hoop. So for now, right now, I'm just going to, let's see, grab trying not to use too many of these in the front because I know I'm going to end up with a wire going through my crystals. I've got real huge ones and some not so huge, but the front lower branches right here, I had to do that. Oh, and I also put a little bird right here. I don't know if you can see it. I needed something different, guys. Anyway, long wire. Still not going to make it all the way to the back hoop, but I'm going to do it again and show you how I'm going to make that not so noticeable. Okay, so now let me just grab my bunch of beads. I want to put a bigger something. I'll put this green one. And then a tiny one because that is a, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do actually. So that's the short wire. Hold on. Let me just twist one more time. Because it's the short wire. And this is recycled, so it's not straight. It's okay. Alright, so as you can see, once I lace, all of these will be held in place, but I kind of have that like a little dangle, like this is a little dangle. I've got one over here. You can see that one there. That's what I've done. No, I want green. I've already got a green right there. Sorry. We'll use, what are we going to use? Let me grab a red. Too many reds, but I like them a lot. Okay, so I'm going to make this a little dangle one. So I'm going to support these two beads here and slide that down. When I support, as I support those, bend this over. Okay, to where I twisted, and support that, and twist this little red one that I'm not little, it's a big red one. Then I'm going to let it just kind of hang like that. And they both of these wires are the same length now. So with that, I'm just going to twist it a little bit more. I'm going to put another set of beads right here. Well, not beads, crystals in this case. Let's see what I can put. Now I guess I can put the green. I'm not trying to be picky with color here, but I'm being picky with color. That's alright. I can pick through the beads later if I have to. I may not have to. Yeah, I think I might. It's okay. If you ever have to pick through your beads, take a piece of wire, put a little knot on the end and slip them on. For real, I've done it. I do it all the time. Okay. I was thinking about all the beads that I have, and I was actually going to use regular beads as well as the crystals, and then I decided not to do that. Okay, so this meets right here. I wish it was a little bit longer. I don't want to bend too much, but I'm going to have to right now. Just so, I've been doing this all along anyway. Just tweaking it up a little bit so I know where stuff is going to end up. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll be in your way. Okay, so I'm just going to do it that way. I'm going to bring one up, one under and one over, which is good. Like these ones here, I wish I could have done that, but they just weren't long enough. And I am recycling, and you'll never even be able to tell. Okay, so I've got two eyes right there. Let me grab one of the longer ones from this reused or refurb. This is what I cut off from the first tree. I'm gonna make a little clip of that first tree. It was pretty, just not for what I want. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna fold that wire nice and long because we're gonna go all the way to the back. Okay, so I'm not gonna waste this wire right here. So I'm just gonna pull this as tight as I can, make a few twists. Okay, like that. Now, I'm going to add one of these little chandelier things. And the way I'm going to do that is just slip it on the wire, and keep it away a little bit, and bring it up to the twist right there, and just twist it a couple of times like that. It'll look good. And now I'm going to get out of your way there and just make a few more twists like this. Okay, so when it'll hang on the side, but this will be the dimension. Okay, let me just flip it on the end just to show you on this side. I'm trying to, that is the dimension. That will face the bottom. Sorry for all the jumping around. There's just no easy way for me to show you. That's why I'm not doing this whole, well, I didn't know what I was doing, clearly. I wasn't sure. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't know how to do it effectively. So I made the wrong tree. But we fixed this little. Alright. I'm not going to twist on the new wire just yet, because I have plenty here. Oops, don't fall off, please. Okay. And this is the longer wire right here. So I'm just going to slip this. I'm trying to stay in focus, and I've got so much going on right here. why I'm not doing it all on here. So this is where we're going. We're going to go all the way from here to the back hoop. So this, if you can see, is where I'm going to run short. So I'm going to just, actually I want that crystal not so close to that one, just because this is the longer wire. It does matter because I still need to be able to twist the add-on, okay? And where did I put the add-on? Is this it? This is not it. Here it is. Okay, so I've taken this wire and I folded it in half, and I want it to just like blend in. So I can do it like two ways. I'm going to show you a few because you can eventually you're not going to have a long enough wire, and then it's like it can be devastating. But I'm going to show you how to fix it. So one way you can fix it, I've already showed you, is to take your wire, your extension, fold it in half, and bring that midpoint to the other wire. And you really need to get that down in there because you have to disguise this wire. It has to look like it's been there all along. So I'm going to put that down. And, oops. Hold on, I'm trying to do it backwards. You're going to put that there and hold on to it. Let me see if I do it this way. Move the little one out of the way because that one's next. It's not easy, but you have to be able to do it or else you're stuck. So get your wire in between those two that are too short, okay? I do the longer one first. And I'm just going to make the extension right here. And I'm going to twist that down as far as I can go. And I will use probably a bigger bead right there just to slide over both of them. You don't have to. You don't have to twist it out this long, or even most beads would fit over it anyway. All right? Can you see what I'm doing here? So now we have one that's going to reach. Now the other one, okay. This one will reach, okay, we added it on right there. We don't want it to look like we added it on. So now we have to wrap this little one here onto this long one. So use whatever tool. I'm not using my fingers because they hurt. And try and twist it. I'm sorry for the color of my nails. That's turmeric. I'm not even going to get into that, but it stains. I spilt it. Enough said. Okay, so there we go. Now we've made that little wire plenty long, plenty long. And I'm going to use, I used blue on the other side. I'm just going to do that for this side. Yeah, I have another blue, a different color, but it's bigger. I think I'll save that for the further back. Alright, so now let's just put this big bead. I'm not going to let it dangle. I just want to get it on a wire. I can push that all the way up. Is that magic or what, guys? You see that? Wire was not long enough to work with. And right over that. Now, if you don't have a bead this size, let's just say, let's see if this size would work. If you only have a smaller crystal or bead, which this clearly is smaller, you can slide that on and see if you can get the other end through, and if it'll go over the twists, ta-da, you got it. It's like bingo, right? You gotta play with it. You have to make it do what you want it to do. I have to. I don't like to be defeated. And this project has defeated me. Kinda. It hasn't defeated me. No, it's kept me thinking, on my toes. Made a lot of changes that had to be made. Okay, so we're gonna, I should just clip this wire because this is from the other the other tree for this project, but anyway. So because we're gonna pretend that this is just one wire, we never cut it, we never spliced it, we never added anything on. We're just going to twist it right like we ordinarily would, 2 and 2, supporting our work. And this little guy right here, we're going to ignore him. This little tail, just don't cut yourself. I've done this too today. Okay, now let's get a green one. Or this is orange. We'll get a, yeah, I guess that'll be all right. I really want to put 2 big ones on this side yet, but I may as well. Right, we're getting to the end of it. I'm excited to do the back after I do this, after we finish this one. Let's see what that will look like, how far I can go with this. It's one, it's not going to come undone, right? You see how we fixed that? We just piggybacked it right along. We just would not be defeated. So, and you come up short, that's how you fix it. It could be magical. Gotta make it work. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, now what? Now what? I'm not getting rid of this project. And that's when I learned how to fix it, because I came up short. I do it all the time. Anyway, I showed you how to fix it. Can't even tell. Okay, now let's twist this one on. Hope this isn't too long. I would like it to be a little tight to this back hoop, and that I think will work fine. I'm not going to just twist it on like I told you. I'm going under and over because I'm not taking any chances on this slipping off of my form. I'll make it nice and tight. Before I do that, I want to come in with my favorite little tool here. Just pull it up a little bit, tighten it up. Okay, now I have to move this chair out of the way. I'm 10 feet away from this table. I'm sorry, guys. And I'm not even sitting, I'm standing. I've been doing this whole project. Well, this is standing, and I'm standing, and that's my cat. Okay, so now it's supported, it's on there. Now I'm going to pretend that we're going to just do it the way we always do it, except I'm not wrapping it around over the hoop 2 times. I don't have to, because I've already secured it. That's not going to come undone. If anything's going to come undone, this hoop is going to break. This, I'm going to tighten it up, lace it up, tighten it with the roots, and this is not going to come undone, I can promise you. Alright, now we're going to get way down in there, support that little bead crystal, and cut it. Okay, and we're going to push this down. The thing I have been struggling with is I like this neat around my hoop. And get in there, and well, you know how I do it. Push it down. If I do it from the top, I'm gonna be right in your face. I'm sorry, I have to get over this and give it a little bend. So this was not my choice of my first form. I will show you the other one. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. I had 2, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I could do something. And I had 2 ideas. And now neither one of them are going to work for what I want. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Right now it's in the drawer of the chest on my workspace. Right? Okay, see, I am so fussy with this. And I know I don't need to be, because I'm going to come back. I'm sorry, I'm a little low there. I'm going to come back and lace it and tighten everything up. But that gives you an idea, okay? So that's one side. I've got 3. Actually, I don't have 3. What I did right here is where I added on. I had to put a piece of wire just to get over this. You can kind of see that little edge. I got to fix that little pokey wire. And then I just carried it out and kept going with it. I'm not wasting wire here. I'm using wire that I already used, and that's what I'm going to do. And there's so many branches on this tree that I don't have to worry about bare spots. And if I come into that situation, then I'll add on a wire. Now, I really don't plan on doing much over here because I'm not that far along yet to show you the back and how to attach it to the hoop. But I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to twist this out, and then I will keep going until I get run short, and I'll add on. And for the ones way in the back. But there are 3 dimensions to this. You got the ones in the front that go to the front of the hoop. These go to the front. Then the middle branches will go to the first hoop, but like in this case here, if you can see this one, it's in the back. I could put some in all the way. No, actually I think those would go to the back hoop. The back, can you see? This would have to go to the back, and I have to piggyback. And then this I might just bring to the front of the small hoop, and this to the back, so it'll give it that dimension. All the branches will be, see, can you even see that, the dimension? This is what I'm looking for. So yeah, it's gonna be some kind of project, I'll tell you. But I'm really excited about this, and this is why I cannot do a tutorial on it, because I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just working it out like I did with the rustic tree. So with that, I'll just give you a final look here. It's not bad. And I got this hoop at Michael's in the floral section, like where the wreaths are on the back wall. I don't know where you're from. I don't know what your Michael's is like. I don't know if they're online, but in the store, it was like, I don't have my receipt in front of me. It's in the other room. I think it was like $14.99 or something like that. And then when I got to the front, it was like $7.99. I was like, whoo, yeah, that's not bad for $8. I just wish it was silver, and it does get scratched up. I actually had tried to take off I wanted to see if I could use nail polish remover to take this damn thing off the bottom. So I put nail polish remover on a little prep pad thingy, and on a gauze pad, and it took the finish off the ball. So we don't use alcohol on this now. I had to get it off because I was trying to show you, and it just was so big. But anyway, so I'm not going to go any further with this for now, but tomorrow morning I will be up bright and early and try and get some more of this stuff done. So hopefully, guys, you can get an idea. I hope this isn't too like out of focus and all screwy and wonky. I really can't do anything for that because I'm standing in front of this. I see if I can work out a way where I can set this tripod up so you can actually see what I'm doing, because I have to keep moving it and it is so big. And anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, and I will be in touch and post over the weekend, and I will probably post the tree that didn't make it, and that's why I'm using the wires that sadly didn't make it to do my project. I saved it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you could see this. Oh, I'm not that far out of focus. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'm trying my hardest to get back to everybody, and this is exciting for me because it's a first, and I'm sharing it because I can. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.